we're gonna fix this. I did it all out of order.
Alright guys, today, 1 to 10.
10.
10.
9. Woo.
So now we're gonna fix this. So it's never worked. Like you can hold it and it'll run for a little bit, but then it stops. Anytime we take a shower, it's just tough in here. Plus, this screen, I don't know if you can see how dirty it is. Sarah probably hopes that you can't. But anyway, it's dirty. And we can't, I don't know how you clean it. It's broken. So we bought this. And the reason we went with the 2 is that it's got adjustable speeds. It also goes forward and backwards. So 3 speeds forward, 2 reverse. The screen is supposed to be easily detachable so that you can clean it, which is part of the problem with what we have now. And then it's supposed to have a lot more power. So we're going to install that up here, and hopefully it helps cut down on the humidity, particularly when we take a shower, because summer's coming. So we just got a second humidifier to also help with that. So, and I'm doing it by myself. So if it gets done and everything works out, then you know for a fact that you can do it too, because Sarah is the handy one. So here it is. That's pretty cool. So it looks like you just have 2 Phillips head screws on either end, and that's how you get the screen down. We're gonna try to keep this because people say it's a lot easier than the knob. And then I guess I'll have to get on the roof to take the rest of it off. So I undid the 2 screws so you can see it's loose. Also had to undo this, which was just 3 Phillips head screws. So now we're gonna go on the roof and take it off from up there. This was in here, it just slides out. So slid that out, and now we just gotta take this out and see what it takes to put the new one on. And I don't honestly know how to get it out, if I'm being completely honest, so we'll see how that goes. So next, we're going to undo all these screws to take this piece out, which then should let us drop this piece down to replace it with the new fan. In hindsight, undo this first, then that, because now it's wanting to fall out. So, this is the cover that we'll be keeping. This is the piece we want to get rid of. But we also have to figure out a way to get this fan detached, because it's not actually connected to this piece. There we go. 2 little screws. Who would have thought? So it looks like we're actually going to have to probably cut these wires to give us some wire to actually connect to the new fan. One thing I will say is I'm pretty sure ours runs off a 12-volt battery, but we just turned everything off. Safety first. Alright, we stripped the wires so that we can connect our new wires to it, and then we will put it all back in there, go and shut the top back, and we should be good, I think. I'll say one thing, this thing is way heavier than the other one, so yeah. it's working! Really gross. Very, very nasty. Alright, all the holes line up, so that's got to be a pretty good sign. Now we have to clean it.
Now these are...
We're going to put this part on first, so it helps hold that up before we do those end screws, because it's... loud. That's high. And that's
Pulling air in.
And that's high. That's low. Not bad. We don't really know because our fans never worked, so I don't know what it's supposed to sound like. Also looks like this just twists for you to take it off.
Oh, good.
Falls into those holes, so. So now, I think this should fit right here. And we should be able to use this old handle. It comes with this kind of knob, but from what we've read, this can be a little more difficult than just your classic handle, so we shall see. Alright, so we got it all in there. Got this back on. Now I'm just cleaning this off. And I don't actually think you have to take this off or undo any of that. But I think it's good that we did because ours is filthy. So, but I think normally you could just undo the bottom pan first, the 4 screws that hold it, drop that down, then take the actual fan out, and then just replace it. We did it. I did it all out of order, so even more proof that anybody could do this. What I would do if I was starting over, knowing what I know now, is very first thing is take off the plate here, and that is partially what's holding the fan up. Once this is off, then you take the 2 screws out holding it up, drop this down, then put the new fan on the plate, push it all up there, screw the plate back in, and then screw your fan in. You'd be done in no time. So you don't really need to get on the roof and do all of that, but we were able to put the old handle back on. Works just fine. No big deal there. Fan's working. No issue. And then for this fan, part of the reason why Sarah wanted it is this actually removes. So where there's little tabs, you just push in and then twist it and it comes right off. I think if I had known the order of operations, probably like 10 minutes it would have taken. But the way I did it was like 30, and it came with no instructions. So I'm going to give myself a pass on the fact that I did it all backwards because there were no directions. And again, it's the Vortex 2. Super quiet, high velocity motor. Hopefully it works good, but like I said, we haven't even had a fan this whole time, so I don't even know if we would know if it's working bad or not. So I think either way, we'll be pleased.
Alright guys, another weekend, another trail. We're doing the very easy, just right down into like a, I guess like a creek bed today. Kinlock Falls, and we just hit the dirt road, so we know we're close.
So we're here, Kinlock Falls, the kid-friendly trail, Sarah says, and then we read the directions and they say, be careful of the slippery embankment and plan to get your feet wet. So I don't know what kids exactly she was planning for, but it doesn't sound like Theo is going to be that easy to deal with. But he is excited to go, so. Kids are trying that way. Me, Theo, and smart ones are trying this way. Looks a little more stable. Ha! Wasted your time, losers. So we made it down. Well, I don't know if this is the way you're supposed to go, but it was pretty rough for the kids. So here's the trail, and then just right off. Yeah.
Alright, the kids want to find the other side. So we're about to walk through some of this muck and go down See if we can find it. Putting all these hiking boots to good use. There's tons of areas, like, you know, we came in on that dirt road and there are a ton of little areas to just walk down. Of course, we came down the easiest one that was marked on All Trails app. It's all ALL Trails. We've been using it, but it had like the trailhead marked on it, and people said, you know, exactly where to park, and that's what we followed. And I mean, the trail goes along the creek or river. I'm not sure which for a ways though.
Right there, that's where we were trying to go, but it's so difficult to get across. And because of the time of year, it's still cold.
I don't know what's happened. Everybody's shoes and socks are off now. It's freezing. We didn't bring changes of clothes.
He makes her brave. And he is brave. Which is really weird because normally she's the brave one. Alright, come on, show us the effects of peer pressure. Get on out there in that water.
I made it. I just came across the shallow part and just booked it as fast as I can. And that was better. So we had a lapse in judgment. Now we're all without shoes and socks. No shoes. Are you freezing? How's today? 1 to 10.
10.
10.
9.
He said
9?
9.
Do you mean 10? All right, here we go. We are headed to Georgia. Say bye, Alabama.
Bye. Bye.